with Bonnie. We have our free conversation class streaming from Approach. Don't you know our Instagram ID? It is approach_USA. Approach APPROACH_USA. And we are so happy to have you here with us. Once again, I am Bonnie. I've been working at Approach for the past 7 years, and I've been teaching English for the past 17 years. And it's an honor to be here with you. Today, we are running a beginner class. So some of the things that we might say, we might discuss with each other, you might already know, but don't worry about it. English language or any language that you want to learn, learning the language is a lot of repetition. Okay, so don't worry about it. You're gonna repeat a lot of good information, or you will learn something new with us. So please do not forget that we have an inclusive WhatsApp group that I want you to scan the QR code that is going to be on the screen behind me to join our inclusive WhatsApp group. You will understand and you will recognize who the teachers are teaching the free conversation classes, what time the classes are going to run, and what topics are going to be discussed. And today, we are going to talk about food. Who doesn't like food, right? We're going to talk about food categories, but before we get started, I need to ask you for a minute so I can get my friends who are joining us from everywhere around the world on Zoom, so I can say hi to them as well. Just bear with me. We started the Zoom classes and we have our friends here. Hello and welcome, welcome. It's great to have you here, my friends. I missed you. That's great to have you here again. Awesome. So, if you've forgotten, my name is Bonnie and I've been working at Approach for the past 7 years. I've been teaching English for the past 17 years, and it is an amazing opportunity for me to be here with you learning English together with one another. If you have not yet registered to our WhatsApp group, please do not forget to join us using this QR code that is coming on the screen. Just scan the QR code there and join us on our WhatsApp group. That is going to be amazing. You will hear a lot about us, what we are doing, what topics we are talking about, and who the teacher is who is joining you and teaching you the classes. Ooh, that's great. I have a team of 2 joining. That is fantastic. Very good, very good. So I talked to you about the QR code. I need to show the QR code on my next slide. My friend is going to help me with that. Thank you very much. So please scan this QR code if you want to join our WhatsApp group. And don't forget our Instagram page, which is Approach, APPROACH_USA. You will see us, you will see a lot of fun stuff on Approach, and you will see what is going on with us. Okay, so if we are ready, we are going to start our topic. Today we are going to talk about food and food categories. Very good. So if we move on to the next slide right now, as you see, we are going to talk about food categories. People who were here with me on Friday, they do remember that we talked about fruits. Yeah? My friends on Zoom, do you remember that we talked about fruits? Yes or no? Yes. Awesome. Very good. Vanessa is saying yes. Eftita is also saying yes. Very good. Very quickly, just to review, can you write in the chat for me 5 food items that you remember? And please challenge yourself. Do not write the names of things that you already know, like apples or bananas. We talked about some very interesting food and fruits. So if you remember their names, just start typing in the chat. I want you to write the name of 5 fruits that we talked about last Friday. So whatever you remember, it was last week, whatever you remember, just type it in the chat. the fruit. I remember that we had a very good talk about a fruit that is related to the equator, to the warmest part of the world. And that fruit starts with a P. Who remembers what fruit that was? P-A-P. Oh, somebody wrote pomegranate, passion fruit. No, I'm talking about P-A-P. What about that? It's an orange fruit. Kiwi. Yeah, but that does not start with a P. Thank you very much. Oh, yes, thank you very much, Miss Eftita. Very good. I was talking about papaya. Very good, very good. And we talked about pomegranate, kiwi. Excellent, very good. And what about this one? We also talked about a fruit that in America, people use it in salads, but people in Brazil, for example, make smoothies and they eat it because it's very sweet. It is green, it is oval shaped, and there is a big seed inside it. It starts with an A. A-V. Thank you very much. Miss Eftita wrote for us here, avocado. Awesome, very good, very good. So we did talk about a lot of fruit. Pineapples, nice, thank you very much. Oh my God, now I'm getting hungry. You know, it's almost time to eat something for evening. It's the best time to eat fruit for me here. Now I want something. All right, now let's move on to the next slide. We are going to be talking about other items of food. So the next slide is going to share with us what other categories of food we have. But before we move on, can you type in the chat what other categories, what other groups of food you know? We mentioned one, fruits. What about the rest of them? Can you type in the chat, my friends on YouTube, can you write in the chat what other categories of food we have? Oh, somebody wrote vegetable. Thank you, Vanessa. Vegetables, very good. Fruits and vegetables. What about other things that you eat? Staple food, thank you very much. Good, good, great. Berries, very good. Berries, a kind of fruit, very good. Dairy, cereals, nice, very good. So my friend is going to help me with the next slide. Very good. I do have my own food categories that I found here. I do have fruits and vegetables. Many of you mentioned vegetables, and we talked about the fruits last time. We have grains and cereals. Don't worry about it. I will explain all of them with pictures. We have meat. We have seafood, some plant-based food. Recently, people who do not want to eat meat, they eat plant-based food. So they get their protein from plants, from something that grows from the ground. And then we have dairy and dairy alternatives, something like milk, cream, yogurt, things like that. We have sweets and desserts. A lot of us actually like it, but yeah, they say that do not eat a lot of sweets because you can easily get overweight. But they are so sweet and delicious, right? Beverages, whatever you drink. We have different types of beverages. Some of them we consume cold, some of them we consume hot. Spices and condiments. A lot of us, actually, when we want to make food, we add spice to our food, right? To make it more delicious. And I know in lots of countries, people use different kinds of spices depending on where they live. Very good. And then we also have fast food and processed food, which is very, very popular, especially in America, because people do not spend a lot of time cooking. That's why they eat a lot of fast food. They eat a lot of processed food, okay? A lot of people say that they are not very healthy, but anyways, we will talk about them. Very good. So let's start with the first category, of fruits and vegetables. Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 minute, 1 minute. My friends on YouTube and my friends on Zoom, can you write 5 items, fruits or vegetables, that you see in the picture here? My friend who wrote kiwi, we have kiwi. You can start with kiwi there. Let me see. I want to see 5 items. What do you see there amongst the fruit or vegetables? Strawberry, watermelon. Yes, vegetable is the big group, is the category. But what type of vegetables do you see? Blueberry, tomatoes, very good. Carrots. I don't see carrots. Do I? Garlic, thank you. Very good. Mushrooms, pepper. Very good, thank you. Broccoli. Broccoli. Beautiful. Excellent. People are joining us more and more on Zoom, and that is fantastic. All right, we're going to move on to the next slide. I have some items of vegetables there. Let's take a look together. So our next slide is showing us, somebody mentioned carrots. Carrots. Which animal is famous for eating carrots? Can you write in the chat for me or tell me? Which animal is famous? A rabbit. Very good. Thank you, Jose. Very good. And the other vegetable is called broccoli. Broccoli. I know a lot of people do not pronounce it well. Please pay attention. Broccoli. Broccoli. Can I hear you say that for me? Thank you so much. Oh, it's really actually low. I can't hear you all. Awesome. Very good. And what is so famous about broccoli?
Children is not a very
That's right. That is right. That is right. Very good. I do love broccoli myself, to be honest with you. Okay, it's really delicious for me to eat. I eat it raw, just like fruit, or I sometimes steam it. But I know a lot of children hate broccolis, like it's their nightmare to eat broccoli. But they are very good for your health. Very good. And the next one, spinach. Spinach. Do you know any cartoon character that is related to spinach? Cartoon character? That's right, Popeye. Very good. All right. Popeye would eat a lot of spinach and would get really strong very easily. All right. Awesome. Very good. The next one, potato. 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 Very good. And people eat potato in many different ways. Can you type for me if you know how people eat potatoes? Can you give me 3 different ways that people eat potatoes?
Mashed potato.
Mm-hmm. Mashed potato. What other ways? Boiled? French fries, that is right. Very good. Have you ever put a potato in the fire? For example, when you go camping, put a foil on it and put it in the fire. It's gonna be super delicious, and people actually put a little bit of butter to it, and it makes it really delicious. Very good. And the next item, tomato. Tomato. In England, they call it tomato. Forget about it. We are in America. We are calling it tomato. Potato and tomato. Very good. And the next one, onion. Onion. Onion is the base of many food that people actually make with different types of meat. Just with the show your hand if you use onions in your food items when you're cooking. Do you use onions or not? Very good. I just want to hear from different people from different countries. Sumit, where are you from, dear?
I am from India.
From India. So you do use onions when you are making food. Awesome. Thank you very much. Very good. Daniela, what about you? Do you use onions when you're cooking?
Yes, because I vegan, I use so very much.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I do that too. And do you like the smell of onions when you're cooking with it? Somehow. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. All right, and the next one, we do have bell pepper. Bell pepper. It's really good for the antioxidants that it has. And it normally comes in different colors. Yeah? From what I know, there are 4 different colors that the bell peppers come in. Who can tell me what colors they are? Green. That's right, Vanessa. Thank you very much. So I have green, red, orange, and yellow. Which one is the best for your health? Daniela, can you repeat that?
I prefer the red.
Prefer the red. Very good. They say that whatever if the fruit or vegetable, the redder their color is, they're actually better. So if you want to buy the bell pepper, normally the red one or the orange one is much better. Very good. And the next one, cucumber. Cucumber. I don't know, some people have different ideas about it. I love cucumbers, especially because they don't have a lot of calories. And I like that, the crisp. Remember we talked about the adjective crisp? It gives me a good feeling when I have the cucumber. Very good. And the next one, it's called lettuce. Lettuce. And the very final one that I have here is cauliflower. 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 All right, excellent, very good. Now, I'm sure all of you make salads and eat salads at home, yeah? What do you normally, looking at the vegetable that I have in this picture, which one of them do you use when you want to make a salad? Who's going to explain that to me? Evis.
Cucumber,
Onion.
lettuce.
Okay. All right, so let's go one by one because I can't hear all of you together, all right? Let's start with Evis. Can you share with me, dear, what you normally use when you are making a salad? Oh, she doesn't want to talk. Very good. Vanessa, I can hear you from you.
I usually use carrot, onion,
Uh-huh.
and it's very often to me to use onion and the purple onion. I feel that is very good. Cucumber and lettuce,
Uh-huh.
spinach.
Very good, very good. Vanessa, very, very good, excellent. What I want you to do is also pay attention to my pronunciation of the words. Because sometimes when we study English ourselves or we study with people who do not pay very much attention to pronunciation, we sometimes learn them in a different way, okay? This is a great opportunity for you to practice the pronunciation because you know a lot of English and that is fantastic, all right? So I'm gonna repeat for everybody because I know all of us have some problems with our pronunciation. Let's just pay attention again. The first one is carrot, carrot, carrot. The second one, broccoli, broccoli. The third one, spinach, spinach. The fourth one, potato, potato. The fifth one, tomato, tomato. Next group, onion, onion, onion. Remember we talked about the sounds when we started together. So it's like dog, onion, onion. Bell pepper, bell pepper. Cucumber, cucumber. Lettuce, lettuce, lettuce. You see, my mouth doesn't move. Lettuce. Very good, very good. And the very last one, cauliflower, cauliflower, cauliflower. Perfect. Thank you so very much. Perfect. I love you. Awesome. Very good. Sumit, do you want to tell me what you put in your salad, dear? Or is it Sumit? I'm sorry.
Carrot, cucumber,
Uh-huh.
lettuce,
Okay.
onion.
Onions. Very good. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. Can I hear from one more person what they put in their salads? And my friends on YouTube, you can write in the chat for me what you put in your salads. Anyone else? Come on. Just unmute yourself and start talking. Okay. Brilliant. Thank you very much. All right. Now let's go with the next category. We said the very first category was fruits and vegetables, and the next one, can anyone remember? It starts with G. We can see that in the next slide. Let's go to the next slide. We are going to talk about grains and cereals. Okay? Grains and cereals, grains we plant them. So we grow the grains and we make a lot of important parts of our food. We get a lot of protein, we get a lot of carbohydrates from the grains. So for example, the bread that we eat is made of different types of grains, okay? In America, now it is a very famous thing to buy bread that is multi-grain. It means that it has different types of grains in it, because each of these grains give you different vitamins, different minerals, and they are really, really good for your body. So any one of you, do you know any names for grains that you see in the picture here? Can you type it in the chat for me if you know any of the grains there? I know in India, actually, people use a lot of grain. Vanessa, I can't hear you. Hold on a second, love. Let me know.
The first one is coffee.
Uh-huh.
Coffee, beans.
Good. Oh, somebody wrote soybeans. Right, very good. Soy, my friend, Miss Efifa, you do not use the A in English. I know in so many languages we call it soya, but in America it's S-O-Y, soy. Excellent, very good, very good, soy. Ina, do you want to share with us anything that you see here?
I see coffee beans.
Okay.
Soy, cacao.
Cocoa, yes, that's right. Rice, thank you. Absolutely, very good. Thank you so very much. Awesome, very good job. And who can tell me the yellow ones on top, next to rice? I know people in, that's correct, Jose, that's right, that's corn. I know people in South America, they do eat corn as well. It is in their diet. Excellent, very good. So we're gonna go to the next slide and I'm gonna introduce some other types of grains that we normally use in our lives, okay? So the very first one, rice. I know in Middle East, in South America, a lot of people actually, and also in India, a lot of people eat rice for their lunch or for their dinner. That's a big, important grain for people who live in these places. This is my information. If you know anything more, I would love to hear from you. If you have any more examples of countries or places in the world that eat rice.
Asian people like Korean and Japanese or Chinese.
Awesome, thank you very much. So people from the Far East as well eat rice. That is right, that is right. We know that we have different types of rice. We have brown rice, we have rice that they bleach, that is, the color actually turns to a whiter side as well. Very good. And rice has a lot of vitamin B12, which is good for people's hair and skin as well. That's another piece of information that I know. The next one is wheat. A lot of people actually make wheat as a powder, flour, and they make bread out of it in different parts of the world. The one next to it is called rye. Rye. Rye and wheat are very similar to each other, but rye is mostly grown in colder places, okay? But they're basically, I can't say they are basically the same, but they are very similar to each other, okay? In America, rye bread is very popular. Next one is barley. In one of our classes, we talked about barley. Again, a lot of people make flour, barley flour, and we make bread. Oat, very similar to barley, but this is smaller, okay? And in America, people eat oat for breakfast. They cook oat, sometimes with water, sometimes with milk, and they eat it for breakfast with fruit. Yeah? And the next one, we talked about it, corn, again, which is very popular. Now, you can tell me in the chat or talk to me, which one of these grains do you use the most in your daily food consumption? For example, if I want to talk about myself here in America, I eat a lot of oat and I eat a lot of wheat. This is my life, okay? Rice and wheat, rice, rye, and oat. Very good. You know, that's really good. You are using a variety type. Awesome. Malcolm, I can hear you. Let me know. Okay, apparently Malcolm does not want to. Thank you, Miss Iftita. Very good. Rice. Oh, so in Indonesia as well, rice is popular. I didn't know that. Interesting. Very good. Awesome. Thank you. Very, very good. All right. Now, let's move on to the next category. So we talked about fruits and vegetables. We talked about grains and cereals. And then the next group is meat. Okay? And this is the biggest conversation in the world right now. Should we eat meat or shouldn't we eat meat? Is it better for me to be vegetarian or not? That is one of the biggest problems in the world right now. What do you think? Should people eat meat or not? I want to hear from you.
No, man. I'm okay.
Okay, all right. Let's hear from Evith because she didn't talk today. Let's hear from her first. Miss Evith, are you with us?
Chicken.
Uh-huh. You like having chicken? Okay. Steak, you're talking about steak. So apart, beef. Okay. Very good. Very good. Awesome. All right. Thank you very much. Yogesh, what do you have in mind? None of them? Okay. All right. But a lot of people say that you need to have meat in order to get your protein for the day. Don't you agree with them? Very good. All right. Actually, you can't say you don't need protein. Everybody needs protein, but you get your protein from different sources. For example, a lot of the grains that we mentioned, beans, as Vanessa mentioned them, they do have a lot of protein in them. So you can't say that I eliminate, I don't use any protein, but maybe you don't get your protein from the meat. Awesome. Thank you very much. All right. Vanessa, do you want to share your ideas? You had your hand raised.
Yes, I agree with the statement that protein is mandatory in our body.
Mm-hmm.
However, I consider we must have into account the contamination of the production of meat in the world. And for that reason, maybe we can consider another alternatives.
Uh-huh. Perfect, perfect, very good. A lot of people actually talking about the excessive methane that the cows, for example, are emitting to the atmosphere, which is not great for us. That's a very good point. Very good. Malcolm, is your hand raised, or do you just raise, or do you want to share something with us? Oh.
In Jamaica, I eat chicken. I don't eat pork.
Uh-huh.
I don't eat beef.
Thank you so very much for sharing. So a lot of chicken is consumed in Jamaica by Malcolm. We know that. Awesome, very good. Now let's take a look at the next slide. We will get to know some of these pieces of meat that people eat in India. Paneer is oh, I love paneer. Right, Sumit or Sumit. I please correct me if I'm wrong. It's really delicious, and especially if you use Indian spices when you cook it. Oh my God, so delicious. I agree. I love paneer. You're right. Very good. So we do have different types of meat, as I have in my slide. One of the very first one that I wrote down is beef. It's the meat that comes from the cow, which is an important animal in India as well. That I know. Yeah? All right. Very good. Pork, the meat that comes from pig. I know a lot of people do not consume pork, many of them for religious reasons. I know, again, many Jews, many Muslims do not use do not use pork or the meat from pigs. Next one, what about, yeah, venison is, yeah, I have eaten venison. It's really delicious. But you cannot find it, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive here, I would say. Then I have lamb. Lamb is the meat of sheep. Again, in countries that are kind of mountainous, they have mountains, you can find lamb. Lamb meat, to me, lamb meat is softer in comparison with beef. But again, that's my personal view. I don't know. Chicken, you probably all know it. That is, a lot of people call it the white meat as well. And turkey, which is very popular in America. People eat turkey during Thanksgiving. But to me, the meat of turkey is very dry. Okay, that's why when maybe in the movies you have seen that when people are making turkey, they add a lot of butter and stuff to it to make it feel a little bit softer and smoother when you eat it. Okay, but again, that's my personal understanding. In what countries do you any of you guys actually eat turkey regularly in any of your countries? Turkey? You have never had turkey. You haven't lost a lot. You haven't missed a lot, Eftita, if you ask me. That is not my go-to meat ever. If I have the options amongst these, turkey would be my last option probably. But again, my assumption. Very good. And In any countries that you live in, any of these meat actually consumed during breakfast? Do you know any countries in which people eat meat for breakfast? Yes, Vanessa. In many countries, it's not very. I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I couldn't hear you. Nobody. I don't know. Nobody is a big thing, Malcolm. Probably not amongst us. But, you know, you can find so many interesting things and facts about the world that you don't know. I'm actually super happy that I have a lot of friends from different parts of the world. But sometimes you hear things that you get really surprised. All right. After different types of, sausage in Germany. That's right, Ina. Sausage is actually a kind of processed food. It's not meat by itself because they add spices and they kind of cook the meat to create sausage, from what I know. It's not just a piece of meat. They add condiments, they add spices to it, they cook it, they wait for it hours, days, to make sausage. But you're right, Germans are very famous for their for making sausages. That is right. So we did talk about meat. When you think about meat, the next step would be seafood. Who is a fan of seafood? Who likes seafood? Vanessa. Very good. Which one of these ones do you know of? Can you unmute yourself and tell me which one you know? Okay. Nice. The octopus. Very good. All right, all right. And yes, it's very crab. Nice. Thank you very much. Do I see crab here? I don't see crab here. I see lobsters in the picture and some shrimps. Anyways, all right, very good. If you are in Boston, it means that you have lots of options when it comes to seafood because Boston is next to the ocean. So a lot of people actually fish a lot. So many of these things that you see here are very, very popular in the Boston area, in this part of America that we live in. And I know countries that have a border with the sea or with ocean, they are very popular with their seafood. For example, I know Portugal, southern Italy, they do eat a lot of fish. Japan eats a lot of fish. Very good. Any of your countries, you eat fish or any sort of seafood? My technology is not helping me today because of the...
In my country, a lot of people eat seafood. I'm from Dominican Republic.
Cool.
So
You're also next to the water.
yes.
That's cool. Very. And what is the most popular seafood, dish that you have there in?
This is fried fish.
Fried fish. Very good. Like England. Fish and chips, right? Potato and fish or just fish?
Fries.
Interesting. Very good. Awesome. Miss Eftita, in Indonesia, do you have seafood? Do you serve seafood? Do you eat seafood?
Yes, of course. I have octopus and lobsters.
Oh, nice. Very good. I love that. And how do you normally eat the octopus? That's one of my new favorite foods.
I never have it.
You've never had it? Okay, I see. Hopefully soon. I traveled to Portugal last year and I had my first octopus there. It was really delicious. That's my new favorite food. Anyways, very good. Let's move on to the type of seafoods that I have so I can introduce them to you. the regular one, fish. We have many different types of fish, but I don't have the time today to go through all of them. Depending on where in the world you are, there are over 1,000 different types of fish that you can eat. But here in America, actually here in Boston, cod is very popular. Salmon is popular. And then the next one, lobster, which is again very popular in Boston. It is a very, I mean, when you look at the picture, you do not see how delicious it can be, but the meat is, it's very soft and delicious. People here in Boston eat it in 2 different ways. If they eat it warm, they eat it with butter. If they eat it cold, they add mayo to it, yeah? And mayo is a part of, is a kind of condiment. We are going to talk about that as well. All right, shrimp, crab, crab doesn't have a lot of meat, so normally you see that they make small, or sometimes they make soup with it, sometimes they make small pieces of crab together to eat it. That's right, we at Approach, we love seafood. And mussels are very, very popular as well. They are animals that you crack them open and you eat inside it. People eat their mussels with a hint of lemon. They squeeze lemon on top of it, and they normally eat it raw, okay? It's an interesting experience. I know that in Turkey as well, people eat mussels. Any of you in your countries eat mussels or any of these seafood? No, Vanessa, not in Colombia? I see. All right, very good. So we talked about food, fruits, vegetables, grains, meat, seafood, and now it is time for my favorite part, dairy. Dairy, I love dairy. That's my favorite. I can live just with dairy. Remove everything else. Just give me these type of food. I can live for the rest of my life. What do you see in the picture? Who can tell me? That's right, Vanessa. It is expensive depending on where in the world you're living. For example, in Colombia, you don't have it. So a lot of you can have to export it. Yes, Malcolm. Oh, you're muted, my friend.
I eat the cheese, meat, and food and bread.
And bread. Okay, I think the picture is not very awesome because no, in this one we do not see anything with bread and meat. It's everything that comes from basically milk, except for the egg. All right, very good. Let's just move on to the next slide so we can talk about the different items we have here. All of us know milk. That comes in many different ways. Cheese, very popular in France. People make a lot of different types of cheese. Cream, if you come to America and you order coffee, they ask you a lot of time, do you want cream on top of it? It is delicious, but it has a lot of calories and it is very fattening, but very delicious. Butter, yogurt, and ice cream. Okay, which one is your favorite? Yogurt, very good. Ina, do you eat yogurt sweet or salty? Salty, very good. I have a friend here at Approach. Every time I add salt to my yogurt, he goes like, ah, what are you doing to your yogurt? You have to eat fruit with yogurt or honey with your yogurt. Why are you doing this to yourself? Then I realized that He's from South America. So I realized that people from South America, actually, they like their yogurt sweet. So they add honey, I don't know, guava, things like that, maple syrup to make it like that. India, I know in India people eat a lot of yogurt with their food. Yeah, am I right? Very good. And what do you add to your yogurt? Do you add anything to your yogurt?
Black salt.
Sugar, sugar.
Can you repeat that?
Black salt.
Sugar, ma'am, sugar.
I don't know what that is. Can you type that in the board in the chat for me? Sugar. Okay. You add sugar to it, really? I did not know. Very interesting. I have Indian friends. I didn't know that. That's really interesting.
It says that when when you're going for a good work, then you should have yogurt with sugar. Then chances are that you will likely end up on good terms.
Interesting. Very good. And I got a question now. Mango lassi, is that something that you drink? Is the base yogurt as well?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm completely off then. All right. Very good. And in your chutneys, do you put, for example, something like cucumber to your yogurt?
Sometimes for the flavor, but not regularly.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Daniela wants to say something.
Yes, in my country it's famous because you can ask delivery of ice cream. A
Ooh,
kilo of ice cream.
nice.
Delivered to your home.
No way. Deliver? That's fantastic. Oh my God. If I had that chance, I would be this big. I would be just eating ice cream. Oh my God, that's awesome. What is what is your favorite flavor of ice cream, people?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Nice. Strawberry and blueberries. I love that. Awesome. Very good. Thank you. So we did talk about dairy as well. What is the next category? Let's take a look together. This is my, I don't know. I just love food. Every slide I go, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. Again, but food without spice, I can't even understand that. I have 2 big racks of spice in my kitchen, 2 big ones. So everything that I want to cook, I put several different types of spice to it. Again, I know that spice went to the world from India. Am I right? What is the most popular spice that you use in India?
Turmeric.
Turmeric, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Turmeric, the yellow one, cool.
Me like curry.
Curry as well, that's right. Yes, yes, very good. Miss Eftita, what about in Indonesia? What is the most popular spice?
Turmeric, coriander, black pepper, nutmeg.
Awesome, very good. Nutmeg as well, very good. Now let's hear about Indonesia. What is your most common spice?
Mostly chilies.
Chilies. Okay, very good, very good. Thank you. What about Jose? What about in Dominican Republic? Oh, I think.
I don't know, say in English is oregano.
Yeah, that's right, oregano. Very good. Thank you. Excellent. Very good. So you're as well Italian. Cool. Very good. All in India. You're right. You're right. Evis, what about you? Paprika. That's nice. Ooh, rosemary and cilantro. Cool. Very good.
Bell.
What is that? I don't know. Amarillo, I know it's yellow. Okay, awesome. Very good, very good. Let's take a look at my spices in the next slide here. Some of you mentioned that. So black pepper, that's normally gives you a little hotness, a little bit of spice. Cinnamon, it's very popular in America during fall. When people make apple pie, for example, they put cinnamon on top of it, okay? And I know some people in some countries drink cinnamon tea. That helps especially in the cold. Again, in America, sometimes when people make hot chocolate, they put cinnamon on top of it. All right. Turmeric, which is the basis of Indian cooking, from what I heard from my friends here. It is actually very good for your joints, yeah? For example, if somebody has arthritis and you have pain, if you eat turmeric, it's gonna help you very much. But they say if you want to have the best outcome of it, have turmeric with black pepper. Correct me if I'm mistaken. This is everything that I read in my life. Cumin as well, it has a very splendid smell. I know in Indian cooking, people actually use cumin inside their food. Paprika, we talked about it. Again, a little chili. And ginger, it helps with stomachache. If you have stomachache, I know if you put ginger and drink it with hot water, it's going to help you. Also, if you have a cold, ginger, honey, and lemon is going to help you a lot. All right, very good. Do you know any other ways these spices can help people? I gave you some ideas. I'm waiting to hear.
Teacher, sometimes we use garlic as a condiment.
The garlic powder.
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic. That's a very good idea. Yeah, that's nice. Cool. Ina, what do you use that for?
We use for meat, for fish, for everything.
Very good. It helps with reducing the smell of the...
Just for the smell, I think it doesn't involve on our health, but it smells delicious.
That's right. That's right. Very good. Awesome. Yes, bay leaf as well. Mal? Oh, in tea. That's right. That's a very good idea. That is a very good idea. Awesome. Very good. And do you know any beverages, any drinks that we have with any of these spices? Perfect, Yogesh. That's right. Any drinks? Okay, kombucha. Very good. They add a lot of ginger to it recently in kombuchas. That's right. Awesome. Very good. Very good. Let's go with the next category. We don't have a lot of time, but it's a lot of things that we can talk to each other about. All right. Very quickly, we're just going to go through this. There are 5 ways that you can talk about something that you like or you do not like. There are 5 different, let's say, scales that we want to talk about. Okay? So somebody asks you about a food item, easily, as milk. Do you like milk? There are 5 ways that you can answer to that. If it is like you hate it, or the maximum is that you love it, okay? Or you don't have any ideas about it. That's the one in the middle, okay? We're just going to quickly take a look at how people answer this question. My next slide is going to show if somebody asks you about apples. Do you like apples? What you would say? Yeah. No, I hate apples. That's a really strong feeling. Is there any food that you hate? I don't know. For me, I like all food. There is no food that I hate. I hate the smell of fish, but the fish I like to eat. I do not like cilantro. Okay, but that's not hate. Okay, all right, very good. I hate turkey. All right, thank you very much. And then the next one, it's between I don't care and hate. So the question goes, do you like milk? What does the answer say? I don't like milk, but like, yeah, it's not hate. Hate is much bigger. I don't like milk. Is there any food that you don't like? Not hate, but don't like. Okay. I hear you. I understand. Very good. And the next way you can say it is that, it's like no difference. Do you like blah, 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 blah? Do you like milk? It's okay for me, so it's not bad. It's okay, but it's not my favorite, you know? It's okay. A lot of people have that feeling about broccoli that we talked about. Do you like broccoli? It's okay. I eat it because it's healthy, not because I love it. Yeah? All right. And then we go to the next one, which is we like it, we don't love it. Do you like milk? Yeah, I like milk. I like milk. But do I kill myself for it? Do I love milk? No, as a child, I actually hated milk. Later on, I understood that it's very healthy. So I started drinking it. But it was the biggest challenge for my mom to make me drink milk. Milk was broccoli for me. All right, very good. And the next one, the easy peasy one, I love. Do you love milk? I love milk. No, that's a lie. I do not love milk. I like milk. Very good. Now, yeah, cool, Sumit. Very good. So you do like, but do you love it or just like it? Love it. All right, very good. So we don't have a lot of time left, but amongst the food that we mentioned, which one do you love? Which one do you like? Because I don't want to talk about hate. Love milk. Okay. And I would love to hear your voices as well. Use your voices. Come on, talk to me. Milk. Everybody's talking about milk. All right, very good. I like milk, but I love cheese. Awesome, very good. I hope. Paneer, very good. Awesome, very good. I don't know what time it is around where you are joining us from. I hope I didn't make you super hungry. If it is too late at night, please do not eat because it's not good for your health. It was enjoyable being with you. I had a lot of fun as usual. I love talking about food, so probably on Friday again we will continue talking about food. It was great having you here. Do not forget to scan this QR code to get on WhatsApp group with us so you know what topic we are going to be talking about, who's going to be teaching, and what time the class would be. Again, it was a pleasure having you here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on Friday. Have a great night, and see you.